couple seconds, y'all, man. That Piff acting crazy on the phone. On the computer. Here we go. Give me a couple seconds, y'all. I don't know what y'all already know. I'm trying to get this music jumping for y'all, man. I don't know what's going on with this Dat Piff, man. It's acting crazy. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Dat Piff, y'all, but hold on, though. I got something for y'all real quick. Hold on.
Glitch the guarantee. E&E. Butcher boy shit. Notion glitch, nigga. Y'all know what time it is. We here. Butcher boys, nigga. We get that dough and blow this green. Now we lit, nigga. Fuck all this hating, witness all this bread to get, nigga. Plus all this swag shit, we got it on the low, nigga. That's how it goes, nigga. Butcher boys, nigga. We get that dough and blow this green. Now we lit, nigga. Fuck all this hating, witness all this bread to get, nigga. Plus all this swag shit, we got it on the low, nigga. That's how it goes, nigga. Glitch, nigga. Blowing back in my whip, some shit I can't explain. The guarantee for you niggas if you forgot my name. I'm still the same, but really I'm trying to handle things. Push a button, all of a sudden you see the ceiling change. Real game from a real nigga, come take a look. Got on my apron and gloves, nigga, now watch me cook. Exquisite bars, I really should write a fucking book. Let you in my world if you curious about the route I took. I was a cool nigga, I could handle the rock well. I used to have mad birds chirping me like a next tail. I used to bag dimes, I'm married now, so oh well. The catch I made will go down in history, nigga, Odell. Rolling up these trees, you notice it from the good smell. All type of issues for niggas, I'm like a book sale. Loyal to my niggas, I promise you that I won't tell. Success is on delivery, nigga, and bitch, I got mail. Your boys, nigga, we get that dough and blow this green. Now now we lit, nigga. Fuck all this hating when this all this bread to get, nigga. Plus all this swag shit, we got it on the low, nigga. That's how it goes, nigga. With your boys, nigga. We get that dough and blow this green, now we lit, nigga. Fuck all this hating when this all this bread to get, nigga. Plus all this swag shit, we got it on the low, nigga. That's how it goes, nigga.
When all she glitch in the booth, it's time to take cover. Still don't see the scoreboard, man, the game over. Man, they ran over. They tried to tame a cobra. It's my turn to make the game tilt like Range Rovers. Same joker 2 times over, face poker. Something in the water, I think we got us a Florida. Blood smoke, all in your throat, ready to choke you from this bread, everything butter. I'm a tosha. Sick happily, leave another casualty. Keep shooting for the kill. That's why they drafted me. Because they try and tackle me, they better bring me cavalry. All this fire from my mouth, I got dragons mad at me. Clips dragging them, must be slaying dragons real. Where your changing teams, man, it must be bandwagon week. Another classic wine when you chill from the tapestry. The right wanna do their research before they ask for G.
Boys, nigga, we get that dough and blow this green, now we lit, nigga. Fuck all this hating when this all this bread to get, nigga. Plus all this swag shit, we got it on the low, nigga. That's how it goes, nigga. With your boys, nigga. We get that dough and blow this green, now we lit, nigga. Fuck all this hating when this all this bread to get, nigga. Plus all this swag shit, we got it on the low, nigga. That's how it goes, nigga.
Yeah. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all already know, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. That's a track from the Butcher Boys right there. My brother Glitch the Guarantee, my brother Narciss DISSECT, you know what I'm saying, off of their debut album, The Butcher Boys, you know what I'm talking about. This is how it goes. I don't know what was going on with that Piff, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes the site be acting crazy. And sometimes it plays stuff. Sometimes it just be only wanting to play stuff for whatever reason. But, you know, I got music on deck in the phone. I just like to start the show off with some classic E&E music. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, from here on out, all we're going to be listening to is straight E&E so we can avoid any copyright situation. You understand what I'm saying, man? You know, YouTube, how they be acting with the copyright situation. But how y'all doing tonight, though, man? You already know what it is. Mr. Man About Town, Virgil, a.k.a. Stats with the Facts. Y'all know y'all tuned into another episode of A Real Talk Podcast. Get it. Welcome, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be anywhere else in the world, but y'all right here with me. You know what I'm talking about? This is the new schedule of the program because I told you I started a different shift at my job. You know, so I got to go in the third shift tonight. So, you know what I'm saying? We're starting the show a little bit early. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to end it when we normally start it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like this for the time being. So just tap in and walk with us. We still going in on Saturday. We still going in on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Greetings and graces to you, real black gentlemen. Excuse me. Greetings to you, brethren. I don't think I seen you in the comment section before, but, you know, welcome to you, brethren. Salutations, man. You know what I mean? We're going to have this discussion tonight, man. How did y'all like last night's show with me and my pops? Y'all told y'all, man, listen. You hear me? You don't see too many father-son duos, man, on YouTube, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? And, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my pops, you know what I'm saying? Like I said last night, I'm still fortunate to have my father still here, even though we've been through things we've been through. But you see, we're in the process of continuously healing and getting better and growing together. You feel me? Separating and celebrating, you know what I'm saying, fatherhood and sonship. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm a father, now the cycle's repeating itself. So it's a beautiful thing, man. If your father is still alive and y'all might have a disillusion or despairs relationship, I strongly suggest that you get in contact with your father and make things right to the best of your ability if they can be, which more than likely they can. Yeah. But anyway, tonight, we're going to get to it tonight, y'all, man. You hear me? Because this is a sensitive situation. I see that this is becoming very prominent and prevalent, just like how I always knew it was. So it's only right that we go in and tap in and go in on this subject. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? It's the LGBTQ LMNOP Barbecue Committee agenda, a terrorist organization. Why do you say that, Verse? Because I strongly believe that it is. and to some degrees, I'm gonna say I know it is, and I can prove it. Right. Now listen here, y'all, man. I'm gonna set the tone for what we about to start seeing is coming. I'll keep telling y'all about this, man. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say I don't know why, and I ain't gonna sit here and put it to you like y'all just ain't doing nothing about it. But I understand why. A lot of people don't look into other things and don't do their follow research because of compartmentalization. I talk to y'all about compartmentalization all the time. And due to compartmentalization, most people don't even want to admit that certain things are even going on or exist. So you can't expect anybody to actually really do some backup research into things, but whether they do it or not doesn't negate the fact that it's in full effect. See, and that's the reason why I go in the way I go in. You know what I'm talking about? So it's the LGBTQ LMNOP Barbecue Committee agenda, a terrorist organization. For one, why do you say that, Virgil, right? I say that for many reasons. One, because I strongly believe that they are. Right. Two, when I think up of what I tell y'all about 1955, that's HR 1955, right? The Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorist Prevention Act of 2007. Y'all hear me talk about that, and I'm going to be referencing that a lot. Because I see what they doing. You hear me? I see it. They ain't fooling me. You hear me? I want y'all to realize all these things going on in our society. And we're going to dig into something tonight. And then I just dropped a pre-recorded video briefly scathing over and touching on what I'm talking about right now with this situation, right? I'm changing the reason why I'm telling y'all and saying or asking the question, are they a terrorist organization? And I keep telling y'all about HR 1955, right? And I know a lot of people be thinking that I'll be just talking about that, just you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people just be thinking like I'll just be talking about it just because it's like, it's just something that I know and don't nobody know about and nah, man. All right? You can go find out about it too. You hear me? And I'm going to keep referencing this because I know how important it is, right? I know how important this is. And I'm very sure that now they are implementing HR 1955 protocols or setting the precedent, the tone to outright enforce these protocols indefinitely. Right? Y'all see it on the screen? You'll always hear me talking about this, man, and I'm not going to let up, right? You'll hear me always talking about this legislation right here. HR 1955, the Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act of 2007, right? Right? Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act. Right? Now, here are some of the major definitions y'all want to pay attention. Whenever you guys look at this type of stuff, you ever look at this type of stuff, like looking at legislation, looking at House bills or Senate bills or House resolutions, right? Whenever you look at these bills that get passed, they have always definitions at the beginning of this legislation so you can have an understanding of the terminology that they're using as what the focus of the legislation is. Now, this being the Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act, they came up with some definitions or some new terminology. Remember when I tell y'all about George Orwell, 1984, new speak? Y'all better pay attention to this stuff, man. I ain't letting up either, man. You hear me? They got these findings and these definitions in these legislation that are a representation of the focus or target of the legislation thereof, right? And when we're talking about HR 1955, they have 4 definitions. So that means it's 4 new coin terminology, phrases, or words that this legislation is targeting, or what is the main premise of the legislation. The first definition is commission. And the term commission means the National Commission on the Prevention of Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism, established under Section 899C. All right. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to these definitions. And I read them to y'all before. I'm going to probably read them to y'all again. You hear me? But pay attention to these definitions. And this is legislation, y'all. Don't get it twisted. This is law. I'm not making this up or pulling this out of a rabbit hat or none of that. This is law. HR 1955, right? House resolution. The term violent radicalization means the process of adopting or promoting an extremist belief system for the purpose of facilitating ideologically based violence to advance political, religious, or social change. Right? I'm going to read that again, y'all. The term violent radicalization means the process of adopting or promoting an extremist belief system for the purpose of facilitating ideologically based violence to advance political, religious, or social change. That is what is defined as violent radicalization. All right. So if you are in the process of adopting or promoting an extremist belief system for the purpose of facilitating ideologically based violence, right, to advance political, religious, or social change, that is violent radicalization. Now, ideologically based violence is defined as the use, planned use, threatened use. Remember, I broke this down for y'all, of force or violence, which means force and violence are not the same thing in this definition. They're 2 separate things. So the threatened use, or the use, planned use, or threatened use of mental or moral strength or violence by a group or individual to promote the group or individual's political, religious, or social beliefs. Right? Brownie Ellie, what's good, baby? Oh, you already know, y'all, man. You already know. Hey, man, listen, Brownie Ellie, listen. And I'm cammed up so you can see me. Right. Shout out to my big bro, Sir Ism. Anytime Sir Ism come through, if he come through, listen, let me tell y'all some real. Let me pause the show for a second and tell y'all some real shit. You hear me? Pardon my language. Some real stuff, real talk. My brother, Sir Ism, right? I've been blessed in my life to come across some real live players, man. Real live, straight up G's, man. I'm talking about straight up, you know what I'm saying, manly men who, you know what I'm saying, lived a certain lifestyle, man, and they got a lot of game and a lot of knowledge to bestow upon you. Sir Ism is one of those I can tell because I've grown up, you know what I'm saying, I've been raised by men like himself, big bros. And if you making enough noise with your content to where Sir Ism tapping in, that means you must be saying something good, something real. So anytime he drops some game on you, you better take heed to it and apply it accordingly. You did. And like I told you when I commented on your stuff and looked at your stuff, Brown Ellie, listen, girl, you a nice looking girl, man. These niggas is going to tear you off. You hear me? But remember else what I told you. Because I see, you know how to follow instructions. That's very sexy. That's very, very feminine. And it's very attractive. You hear me, man? We love when women can follow instructions. And the fact that you can do that is going to take you a long way. You hear me? Just remember, you got to tap in with real ones so they can keep you ganged up. You know what I'm talking about? And you can take your stuff to the next level, man. So, you know, we got Brownie Ellie in the building, y'all. Like I said, I would have my daughter listen to her content. She does natural hair and natural hair maintenance and styling techniques. You hear me? She ain't over there with her titties all out, you know what I'm saying, with her popping her ass and talking about a whole bunch of goofy stuff. You know, I wouldn't mind my 13, about to be 14-year-old daughter listening to her. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind that. Just like I wouldn't mind my, you know, certain topics. I wouldn't mind my daughter listening to Danica or Chantel. You hear me? So, or even Mashawn sometimes, you know, on the big sis side. You know what I mean? So we advocate for our Black women who are actual women and feminine women and know they role and know how to stay in pocket and follow their line, you know what I'm saying, and follow the lead of the men. We love y'all. We're going to protect y'all like it ain't nothing. Vernon 85, what it do, man? You hear me? But back to the legislation, though, y'all. Shout out to Brownie Ellie. Brownie Ellie, listen, baby, if you ever want to collab, tap in with me. You're more than welcome to come on the show. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Put these young girls up on some game on how to keep their natural hair. You know what I'm saying? Nice and beautiful and nice and upkept and nice and maintained, healthy, without putting all that product and all the extensions and weaves and lace fronts and all that witchcraft, demon time, effery in your head. You hear me? Yeah. So when, you know, go to the about section, Brownie Ellie, and you can go ahead and tap in with me. You did, baby. But yeah, though, man. HR 1955. Tap in and walk with me, y'all. Y'all know where I'm taking y'all with this in relationship to what we talking about. So just, you know, tap in and walk with me. HR 1955. Listen to these definitions, man. Right? I'm going to read ideologically based violence again. The term ideologically based violence means the use, planned use, or threatened use of mental or moral strength, the ability to persuade, the ability to change or provoke thought or violence by a group or individual to promote the group or individual's political, religious, or social beliefs. That is ideologically based violence as defined by HR 1955 in the U.S. government by way of the House of Representatives. Now, homegrown terrorism. The term homegrown terrorism, listen to what I'm saying to y'all, right? It's a reason why I'm laying the foundation like this. You hear me? Tap in, walk with us, y'all, man. The term homegrown terrorism means the use, planned use, or threatened use of mental or moral strength, the ability to provoke thought, right? Or violence by a group or individual born, raised, or based and operating primarily within the United States or any possession of the United States to intimidate or coerce the U.S. government, the civilian population of the United States, or any segment thereof in furtherance of political or social objectives. Right? Now, the question I got to y'all, how many of y'all over, inner, outer, extra stand what I just read to y'all? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I just read to y'all, or it's on the screen, you're reading it yourself. How many of y'all actually understand what this legislation, by way of the definitions, is saying? And I'm about to connect what I mean by they're coming for all of us, and they're setting a precedent through this legislation for all of us to be deemed or have the possible potentiality to be deemed homegrown terrorists. LGBTQ, LMNOP, committee agenda, y'all are in the crosshairs. While y'all are being used, don't forget to drink a gallon to 2 of water a day, right? Now, LGBTQ, LMNOP, barbecue committee agenda, as y'all are being used as shock troops to bring in these so-called white supremacy draconian laws, which are really Khazarian demon supremacy laws, right? Y'all are also being set up for the takedown. Because like I say, y'all, all the time, first they came for the trades union. Then they came for the Christians. Then they came for the Jews. And when they came for me, there was no one else left to speak for me. So y'all LGBTQ, LMNOP, barbecue committee agenda identifiers and attenders, right? Y'all don't understand that they're coming for y'all. They setting y'all up by bigging y'all up, blowing y'all up, especially by the head blowing y'all up, making y'all think that y'all small little niche group has all this influence when in actuality they're using y'all to get these agendas across, because they're using y'all to destroy the freedom of speech, to destroy the freedom of expression. They're using y'all to destroy the idea of gender in order to perceptually prepare, especially the children, to come up in a society where there is no gender. Huh? So you got to have, listen here, y'all, man. Y'all got to be able to have extreme critical thinking, deductive reasoning, and process of elimination thinking. Y'all got to have the anointing, man. Y'all got to be called and chosen and or chosen. You got to have sync, link. You got to have a relationship with the Most High to be able to decipher all of this stuff, man. You hear me? Because this stuff is deep, man. You know what I mean? It ain't deep to the point to where you can't figure it out, but it's deep to the point to where, you know, it's a lot of intricacies to these agendas, so to speak. And, you know, you got to have a open mind, like I tell y'all, not a deep mind to get this stuff, man. HR 1955. Now, this is the reason why I set the foundation with that, right? It's the reason why I set the foundation with that. Because we have this story right here. How many of y'all heard about this? Right? How many of y'all heard about this lady, this guy, this story? Right? I hit the wrong goddamn thing. My fault, y'all. It's pretty sad, man. And the fact that y'all ladies just sitting by not saying nothing about this stuff, it shows the kind of proof of the cowardice of the collective psyche of so-called women who are allowing these guys to just come and infiltrate y'all spaces on all levels, and y'all just advocating, sitting there right there, cheering and cheering and pom-pomming right for them as they coming for y'all spot. You hear me? How many of y'all know who Amber McLaughlin is? Right? Y'all heard about this? Amber McLaughlin is the first transgender woman to be executed in the U.S. Right? Y'all heard about this, man? Y'all see the power that judges have? Huh? Y'all see the power?
What's our secret for the best way to get prescription lenses? Lensable.com. I've been wearing glasses for years, so I...
Y'all see the authority and the power that judges have, man? You hear me? Right? Let me get to this article real quick, man. All right. Let me get to this article real quick, y'all. Openly transgender woman executed for first time in U.S. history. In a final statement, Amber McLaughlin, who transitioned in prison 3 years ago, where he, hold on, what's this dude's real name, man? Right? Hold on, I'm about to go find an article with this person's real name, man. Right? Let me go find out real quick. Ain't this crazy, y'all, man? Y'all see the society we living in and what we being indoctrinated and imposed upon us, especially our children? You know? Scott McLaughlin. What's wrong with y'all dudes wanting to be bras out there, man? You hear me? What's wrong with y'all, man? Dudes want to be chicks, chicks want to be dudes. Missouri executes convicted murderer Scott McLaughlin, now or formerly known as Amber McLaughlin, right? Tap in and walk with me, y'all, man. Y'all know we're going to walk this thing down slow, man. You hear me? We're going to walk it down slow, right? The Missouri Department of Corrections carried out its execution of Scott McLaughlin early Tuesday evening. He was the first openly transgender inmate to be killed by the state. The execution was carried out at 6:39 p.m. at the Eastern Reception Diagnostic and Correctional Center in Bonne Terre, Missouri. McLaughlin, 49, died via lethal injection. He was declared dead by 6:51 p.m. On January 1st, 2023, McLaughlin submitted his last statement to the DOC. I am sorry for what I did. I am a loving and caring person. McLaughlin signed the statement as Scott. Yeah. Right. McLaughlin was sentenced to death on November 3rd, 2006 for the murder of ex-girlfriend Beverly Gunther. During the 2005 trial, prosecutors said McLaughlin, known as Scott, stalked Gunther, abducted her as she left her job, and stabbed her to death. McLaughlin was convicted of rape and murder in 2005. However, St. Louis County jurors failed to reach a unanimous consensus on the death penalty. The presiding judge ultimately made the death sentence determination. Governor Mike Parson released a statement after the execution, opting to use McLaughlin's dead name. Want to call you Scott, right? Today, the state of Missouri carried out Scott McLaughlin's sentence as ordered by the Missouri Supreme Court. McLaughlin was convicted and sentenced to death for the 2003 brutal rape and murder of Beverly Gunther. McLaughlin terrorized Ms. Gunther in the final years of her life, but we hope her family and loved ones may finally have some peace. Parson declined McLaughlin's clemency request, which cited McLaughlin's traumatic childhood and mental health issues, which the jury never heard during his trial. A foster parent rubbed feces in his face when McLaughlin was a toddler, and his adoptive father used a stun gun on him, according to the petition. It cited severe depression that resulted in multiple suicide attempts, both as a child and as an adult. The petition also included reports citing a diagnosis of gender dysphoria, a condition that causes anguish and other symptoms as a result of disparity between a person's gender identity and their assigned sex at birth. But McLaughlin's sexual identity was not the main focus of the clemency request, his attorney, Larry Kumpf, said. McLaughlin began transitioning about 3 years ago at the state prison in Potosi, but according to Kumpf, McLaughlin never received hormone treatments. Relatives of the victim expressed frustration that their loss had been overshadowed by the attention given McLaughlin. Two of Gunther's relatives witnessed Tuesday's execution, feeling someone should be there to represent her. One relative said no one should die the way Gunther died and described her as a charismatic woman who loved her family and had many friends. Relatives said Gunther was an animal lover who paid her bills and easily won over friends with her personality. Shopping, lunch dates, talking on the phone, getting pedicures, going to weddings, and celebrating holidays are just some of the events family members said they have missed sharing with Gunther. Gunther's family said even though the death penalty does not bring her back, they feel McLaughlin needed to be held accountable and are pleased Governor Parson rejected a plea for clemency. McLaughlin is only the second female to be put to death in Missouri. Now, mind you, he is not nowhere near that because he's a man. So, according to facts in biology, whoever the first woman or female was to ever be executed, she still is the only one because Scott McLaughlin is a guy. He's a male. The lady who was the first lady ever executed in Missouri's history was Bonnie Hetty, or Heedy, who was executed on December 18th, 1953, for kidnapping and murder of a 6-year-old Bobby Greenlease. See, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I guarantee y'all these two stories are connected somehow. Right? Yeah. So, and this is what I be sitting here telling y'all, man. I be telling y'all chicks, man. All right. They coming for y'all spot like Flash and the 5 Heartbeats, man. They coming for your spot, ladies, man. Now, the thing is, are y'all going to allow them? And I dare say yes. Not only are y'all allowing them, y'all helping them to. Right? These are the same guys that y'all bring on y'all's platforms to further disparage men. I done seen this in the black side of the YouTube, if that's what you want to call it, the so-called black manosphere. I done seen this in the white so-called manosphere, where some of these girls get guys to come on their shows and they're talking to straight transformers, right? And y'all advocating for these guys as if these guys are on your side. And they're going to be right there in the bathroom while you changing your tampon. right there in the stall next to you. Hey, sis. Knowing damn well they ain't got no period. They'll never have a period. See the delusion that y'all have allowed to basically consume our society, especially that of the psyche of our young people, right? LGBTQ, LMNOP, barbecue committee agenda. Y'all don't even realize that y'all are being used. Y'all have been so consumed with your illusory power, just like these black females and these other females who succumb to this ideology of feminism and women's rights movements and sexual freedom and all that bull. Right? Y'all have allowed yourselves to be manipulated, indoctrinated, imposed, and consumed by this ideology as if it's somehow helping somebody. It ain't helping nobody. Y'all don't even over-enter out of extra stand with the further implications and domino effect of advocating for such things we're going to have, especially on our young people. Right? Now, mind you, when I talk to y'all about these type of issues, I talk about the transgender agenda, because it's an agenda, right? There's a very small percentage of us globally who identify as part of this group. Less than 3% of the total global population. Do y'all have any idea how infinitesimal amount of people that is in comparison to the rest of us? Right? And y'all have been tricked, duped, bamboozled, right? Into thinking that because y'all have been given this spotlight and y'all have been given access to certain spaces concerning women and females, right? Y'all have been given the illusion that y'all somehow having power and authority. And I say illusion because it's not y'all. It's the people who really benefit from what y'all are being used to implement. Bars. You hear me? The real people who benefit by y'all being used to implement, you hear me, that which they want to mete out in society, y'all don't even realize y'all being used. Because according to HR 1955, y'all are a terrorist organization. Right? And you can sit up here and say, well, a lot of the government funding goes to the LGBTQ LMNOP. That's true, but that's up until they don't need y'all anymore. Right? And it starts with stuff like this, with Scott McLaughlin, who decides 3 years ago in prison, as he's so many years into his bit before he gets sentenced to death for violating and butchering his girlfriend, ex-wife, whatever she was. He decides 3 years ago to identify as a female, as if that was going to somehow give him some clemency. But the very fact that they were discussing it in the mainstream media sets the precedent for future cases, right? Now it sets the precedent for guys who come in identifying as women could possibly get some type of leniency or clemency based off of the fact that due to traumatic experiences from their childhood, that they're somehow not at fault for murdering people, butchering people, sexually violating people, robbing establishments, or whatever crimes they commit because they're a part of the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda committee, and they somehow deserve some type of leniency, some type of sympathy for when they commit crimes against society and people. Get the F out of here, right? And I want y'all to know, LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda, that you're being used. Much like how black females are being used. And y'all being used by the same people. And y'all being used against each other. And y'all don't even realize it. That's why you got critical thinking people like me that's going to break this damn thing down. Now let's get to it, right? Y'all go do some research into Sarah McLaughlin, or should I say Scott McLaughlin. Hold on real quick. All right, my bad, y'all. I had to go step out. My bad. But yeah, though, man. You hear me? Now, this Scott McLaughlin case is just one of many, man. You hear me? Ladies, are y'all going to sit up here and remain in silence as they allow y'all spaces to be infiltrated by the males who identify as females? Are y'all going to sit up here in silence as they have redefined what it is to be a woman. Say, for instance, pause. If I wanted to wake up tomorrow and say, hey, you want to know what? I want to identify as a woman, man. My name is Virginia. Don't you know I could do that? And I will be having access to y'all's locker rooms, y'all's bathrooms, and everything. You hear me? My tall, you know what I'm saying? How can I say it, man? You know, I ain't gonna say, I'm not a big guy, but I'm a big guy. You hear me? 6'4", 223. You hear me? Solid. Just imagine me pulling up in the bathroom next to you. Huh? With my deep voice. Talking about some, hey girl. Pause. Never will happen. You hear me? But I'm just basically doing this stream tonight to let y'all know y'all being used, man. Y'all are being used. Tap in and walk with me, man. Right? How many of y'all, right, have heard of the MMA fighter Fallon Fox? Huh? Oh my God. The fact that y'all just not saying nothing about this and y'all letting this stuff go on, it's terrible, man. Y'all be talking all that, we strong, we the most educated, we're the most powerful, we may know y'all dumb. For the most part, y'all stupid, man. Allowing this stuff to go on. You hear me? Talking about some don't nobody protect y'all. Get out of here. Fallon Fox is an American former mixed martial artist and the first MMA fighter who is openly transgender. Born in 1975, I realized this person was this old in Toledo, Ohio. Go figure. Right? How many of y'all remember Fallon Fox a few years ago? When this person cracked the girl's skull, this dude, this big buff guy. You understand what I'm saying, man? I mean, she cracked the girl's skull, man. I mean, or let me correct myself. He cracked the girl's skull, man. This is a man. This is a dude, man. This is a guy. It's not a woman. It's not a female. It's a guy. It's a whole guy. There's nothing that girl can do.
She get her ass whooped by a man. Get up!
She can't. She literally cannot get that guy off of her.
Come on, Jamaica! Hey,
Cracked her skull.
she is bleeding everywhere.
But have you been mobbed before? You have.
Oh yeah.
What's been the worst?
Oh, one of the big ones was.
Y'all see that, man? Huh? Did y'all see that? Did y'all just see that, man? Fallon Fox is a dude. You hear me? Much like Scott McLaughlin. Right? Fallon Fox is a guy. Right? Ain't no mistake about it. You hear me? Huh, real black gentleman. Brutal, huh? That was brutal, wasn't it? It was brutal. That was brutal, man. That was modern day Coliseum type stuff, man. Huh? 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 Well, hold on. Let me bring that. Yeah, that was brutal, right? Hold on. All right. That was brutal, right? All right, I'm about to read this article to y'all real quick. When transgender fighter Fallon Fox broke her opponent's skull in an MMA fight. Fallon Fox, the first MMA fighter to come out as transgender, once fractured the skull of his opponent in a mixed martial arts fight in 2014. Fox was challenging Tamika Brent at CCCW Capital City Cage Wars event where the 45-year-old fighter brutally defeated her American opponent. The fighter lasted just over 2 minutes after the referee was forced to halt the contest. Brent received 7 staples to her head and also suffered a concussion. She was overpowered by Fox to an extent that even the orbital bone inside her skull was fractured. Fallon Fox became a subject of controversy following her bloody outing with Brent, which was her last MMA fight, his last MMA fight. Even though he received a green light from Florida's athletic commission that allowed him to compete in women's MMA, several experts and his fellow competitors opposed to him being granted a fighting license. Brent later went on to claim that Fox's grip and strength was different from other females. He's not a guy, that's why. Listen to what she said. She said, I fought a lot of women and have never felt the strength that I felt in a fight as I did that night. I can answer whether it's because he was born a man or not because I'm not a doctor. I can only say I've never felt so overpowered ever in my life, and I am an abnormally strong female in my own right. His grip was different. I could usually move around in the clinch against other females, but couldn't move at all in Fox's clinch. Exactly, because that's a man. It's the reason why you can't do that as a man. Ronda Rousey claims that she can KO Fallon Fox. Fallon Fox's presence in women's MMA met with heavy unrest. There were also some speculations regarding the potential fight between Fox and the then UFC Women's Bantam champion, Ronda Rousey. At first, Rousey claimed that she would knock out Fallon Fox, but later went on to clear the air by suggesting that she is not open to a fight against him. I can knock out anyone in the world. I feel like if you go through puberty as a man, it's not something you can reverse. There's no undo button on that, Rousey told the New York Post. And that's a fact, man. That is a fact. That is an absolute fact, man. Right? Brutally defeated. You hear me? Crack that girl's skull. Listen, chicks, I know that, man. I know that y'all really think that y'all are somehow equal to us, and y'all are not. We're not equal to y'all, and y'all not equal to us, right? We are the physical betters. We're stronger than y'all. We have more muscle and bone density than y'all. We have more hand grip strength than y'all. We're normally taller and bigger and faster and stronger than y'all. There's very few cases where a woman can physically whoop a man, even with the proper training in any type of mixed martial arts, self-defense, close quarter combat training, any type of tactical training, right? Even all of that being said, even all of that maybe being possible and present in your life, 9 times out of 10, you will not be able to overpower a man, especially a man that's bigger than you. I don't give a damn how much fucking let me excuse my language. I don't care how many black belts in Taekwondo you got? You know, don't be fooled by all these women empowerment movies y'all see, man. Ain't no woman warriors. Don't be fooled by the Dora Milaje, man. Don't be fooled, man. Gaddafi handpicked those girls, and they were specifically trained since childhood to be warriors. You hear me? That's not something typical of females, man. Y'all are literally not designed to be soldiers or warriors. That's why y'all not good at it, and that's why there's not a lot of y'all. That's why women weren't allowed in militaries in historic, ancient historic times especially. It's only recent that here in the modern world that females have been allowed to serve on the front lines. And y'all are not good at that either. Do the research into the many tragic deaths of squads and platoons and soldiers under the leadership of women drill staff sergeants, women lieutenants and stuff like that, women majors leading men into combat as if that's something that they know how to do. I don't give a damn how many years they spent at West Point. I don't care how many years they spent at Fort Bragg. Y'all are not designed to be no soldiers, no warriors, let alone to be leading men into the battlefield. Acting crazy, man. The men can definitely come into y'all spaces and take over y'all spaces, man. Right? It's a shame. How many of y'all know who Christine Hallquist is? Yeah, y'all can hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me, Mike. I'm about to start this computer back up, man. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me right now. I said put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me right now. You did? Put one in the chat if y'all can hear me. I'm about to cut the computer back on. All right, that's cool. That's cool. I'm about to start the computer back up, man. Tap in, walk with me, man. Hit that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Sharing your social engineering, man. Is the LGBTQ LMNOP Barbecue Committee Agenda a terrorist organization? Right? Tap in and walk with me, man. You did? I beg to differ, right? I say it is. Amongst other things, I say it is. All right? And we're about to go back up in here, man. Let me make sure that this is the right one. .com in the building. What's good with you, bro? Oh yeah, we entering in the studio right now. Yeah. Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me? Yeah, y'all know how it is with these little minor difficulties, man. How it be sometimes, man.
The Isaiah Factor.
Hold on real quick. Let me go back to this article. Right. How many of y'all know who Christine Hawquist is? How many of y'all know who Christine Hawquist is? Right? Yeah, I mean, where do they keep finding these guys at, man? You hear me? I know who Christine Hawquist is. What's wrong with these dudes, man? What's wrong with these guys, man? Right? Oh. Hey, man, pause, man. You already know, Des, man. We in the building, man. Thanks for tapping in. It's my brother, Des, from out of the city, man. You know what I'm talking about? My brother .com, man. You know what I'm talking about? Let me get ready to drop that new music, man. Let me know, man. We can get it in. You did. But how many of y'all know who this Rachel Hallquist guy is, man? How many of y'all heard of this guy? Pause, man. Oh, my God, man. Christine Hawquist. Y'all hip to this person right here, man? Where that article I just was looking at right here. All right. All right. Christine Hawquist would like to talk about the power grid. The Vermont Democrat is the first transgender person to be nominated for governor. He's facing a Republican incumbent whose popularity has tumbled recently. Hold on, I don't feel comfortable calling this person Christine. Let me go find out what this guy's real name is real quick, man. Let me go find out what this guy's real name is real quick. What's this dude's real name? I'm pretty sure his real name is Christopher. Right? We're going to call him Christopher. Right? Christopher Hallquist is the first transgender person to be nominated for governor by a major party, and he knows people are interested in hearing his life story. He is more than happy to tell it, but the thing is, he really wants to talk about the electric grid. The foundation of all humanity way back to the beginning has been energy, he said, walking outside the Washington County Treatment Court. A drug treatment program on a brisk fall day, the rise and fall of empire have been based on energy. Mr. Hallquist, 62, a plain-spoken Democrat who spent more than a decade running an electric utility company, has been enthralled by science and engineering ever since he was young, when classmates mocked him for being feminine and the nuns at the school beat him and recommended his parents treat him nonconformity with an exorcism. Damn. They said he got them demons. Now, let me pause for a second, and I'm going to cam up. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. To all you LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda attendees and identifiers. Yes, the Baphomet agenda, the Baphomet spirit, that is demons. That is literally the personification of the thoughts, of the mindset, the how can I say, the psyche of Lucifer, Satan, the devil. Transgender. He appeared to Adam as Lilith, and he appeared to Eve as a man, the serpent. You hear me? He's transgender. He's a shapeshifter. Huh? So the transgender agenda is straight from the pits of hell. And I don't care if you don't like what I just said. Prove it wrong. If you are transgender, you are having demons preside over you. You might want to look into your family background and see what generational demons your family got attached to your bloodline. Because make no mistake about it, ain't nothing natural about this. The Most High didn't design this. Flat out, don't give a damn how you feel about it. And look at this guy, man. We supposed to accept that this is a woman? Are we supposed to really accept this? Let me show you the article and show how strong this dude's chin is, man. Let me show y'all a picture of this guy, man. So y'all can see how square this person's chin is, and they want you to accept that this is a woman. The devil is a lie. Now, how many of y'all would see this come into y'all's establishment and not mistake this to be a guy? How many of y'all would say, sir? And this is what I'll be talking about. Y'all see the cognitive dissonance, see the mind effery, the mental gymnastics we are being forced to have to put ourselves through just to comply with this small group of people who just want to jump on board with these minority groups so they can reap the benefits of being basically victims, victimhood fiends. You hear me, real black gentlemen? I'm talking about whole square cleft chin and everything. I got a booty in the chin and everything, man. Women don't have cleft chins. Right? Y'all pull me up pictures of females with cleft chins. You hear me? Oh, we do got some females with cleft chins, but these is all chicks who been rumored to be trannies. Oh my God, man. All these chicks that say they got cleft chins, these are all chicks who have been on YouTube rumored to possibly potentially be dudes, man. I'm talking about Megan Fox. I'm talking about Jessica Chastain. I'm talking about Fergie. I'm talking about Sandra Bullock. I'm talking about Mila Kunis. Ain't that something, y'all? All the girls that they saying are females with cleft chins, these are all the same chicks that if y'all pay attention on YouTube and see the so-called conspiracy theories and all whatever y'all want to call it, they're saying most of these female actresses are really guys. That's funny as hell to me. But look at this guy, man. This is Christopher Hallquist, who was running for governor in Vermont this past election cycle. Right? Women, females, right? Ladies, whatever y'all want to identify at. Look at what's coming for y'all spot. This is what is representing y'all in Washington. In the ballot box. Politically. Huh? Are we really supposed to accept that this is a woman right here? Seriously, y'all? Y'all see how dangerous this is? And watch what I'm telling y'all. Real black gentlemen, pay attention. Watch how they're going to start demonizing y'all. The process is already starting right now if y'all pay attention. With old boy Scott McLaughlin being put to death. I'm telling y'all, the whole LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda is being used, right? It's being used as a scapegoat to bring in the ministry of truth, to get rid of the freedom of speech, get rid of the freedom of expression, to get rid of gender identity. Is being used. Exactly, David Bowman in the building. What's good, big bro? That is not a woman, a female. That is a whole entire male. And I'm going to agree with that as a man. Look at that. That man got his chin more square than mine. He got a whole booty in his chin, man. That don't look like no woman. We really supposed to accept that this is a woman? Would you be okay with this going into the restroom with your little girl at the local grocery store or park or wherever the situation may be? Come on, y'all, man. We got to relax, man. Seriously, man. This is a whole dude, man. Right? And y'all don't even realize y'all being used. Like, look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. All right? Look at this guy. Huh? Look at this guy, y'all. I mean, seriously, man. Like, seriously, y'all, man. The cognitive dissonance is astounding. You hear me? Look at this guy, man. And I want y'all to understand what it is that I'm saying, man. I want y'all to understand what the precedent is being set. What precedent is being set with this, man. I want y'all to understand what's going on seriously for real, man. Right? Now, let me erase some of this stuff off of here, man, because oh my God, man. Right? We're gonna get rid of some of that stuff. All right, we done got rid of a lot of that stuff. All right. Now I want y'all to listen to this, man. You hear me? Listen to this, man. Listen to this. Dude look like a Inspector Gadget. Said, dude look like a lady. Oh, man. Oh, I ain't want to do that. We ain't going to do that. We want to just start doing the audio. We was going to do the audio. All right.
Uncensored starts right now.
And welcome to The Factor Uncensored. Thanks for joining us tonight. We begin with a complicated issue in the New Jersey jail system. A transgender female inmate has been moved to a men's prison after impregnating two other biological female inmates.
Whoa, did y'all hear that? Did y'all just hear that? I'm gonna run that back on the Cutmaster C side.
For joining us tonight, we begin with a complicated issue in the New Jersey jail system. A transgender female inmate has been moved to a men's prison after impregnating two other biological female inmates. We're talking about Demi Moore, or Demi Minor, rather. Don't want to make that mistake.
Hold on. Now look at this guy, man. Look at this freaking guy. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna show it. I'm gonna just pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up. What's wrong with y'all, man? What's wrong with y'all, man? It's crazy, right? You right, RBG. You right. The idea is to subvert black manhood by defraying attention to pseudo non-black male figures. Exactly. I couldn't even say that better myself, bro. That's exactly what's going on. This is the guy we talking about, man. Oh my God, man.
Demi Minor. She was born male, but she started her transition as a woman in 2020. Minor has been blogging about her experience in the men's facility. She says she suffered physical and psychological abuse despite her own actions of getting women pregnant in the female facility.
I just want you to see the environment. So they put 5 of us in here, and I'm just being patient right now. So it's difficult. It's frustrating. I just wanted you to see what's going on.
Now, in New Jersey, you have the opportunity as an inmate to decide where you go if you identify as a female, even though he clearly looked like a male there. But
do y'all see what's going on, ladies? Yeah, I know, Inspector Gadget. David Bowie wake his head like David Bowie, you weak, ain't you, big bro? Look at this guy, man. All right? This ain't got nothing to do with people being who they are and being allowed to express who they really are. This has everything to do with confusing people, especially the children, about their sexual gender, their gender identity. So they're used to coming up in a society where there is no gender identity. Transhumanism, or should I say transgenderism, is really transhumanism. Exactly, Inspector Gadget. You're all the way right about that. Y'all go check that movie out. Let's go.
that's in the Jersey prison system. Let's get to our guests from both sides of the fence who both agree no one with a penis should be housed with females behind bars. But then my guests split sharply and quickly after that. Take a look.
Is there a danger in allowing people to decide their gender in the prison system when there is no paperwork or history to prove it. Your thoughts on that, Jay?
My personal thoughts on this subject are, if you have not gone through the entire gender reassignment surgery, I've never heard of people going to the prison of their choice. You know what I'm saying?
It happens in New Jersey, and that's the reality
Apparently
there.
it does. Apparently it does. But I am of the belief that if you still have a penis, then you belong in a men's prison, even if it's in a
Exactly, Inspector Guys. It is, ain't it, David Bowman?
I don't feel like you belong in a female population where this sort of thing can and will happen.
Jamie, does this hurt your movement when people hear stories like this? Someone who says they are transgender female and then goes into a prison and get 2 females pregnant. Does that hurt the movement or those who are fighting for transgender rights around this country?
Oh, it absolutely does. It absolutely does, because it feeds into the fears that people already have.
Y'all see these 2 girls in the center right here? Y'all see these 2 girls in the center right here? These are the 2 girls who he got pregnant when he was a so-called transgender female in the prison system. He got this girl pregnant, and he got this girl pregnant. Androgynous preemptive programming, exactly the Baphomet agenda. Exactly, Inspector Gadget. Shit crazy as hell.
Where trans people are concerned, they already fear that females' safety is at risk if they're around a transgender woman, and so this situation just makes it look bad. It just does. There's no defending it.
And Tex, that's what we had here in the city of Houston a few years back when the bathroom ordinance came up. This is the type of thing you guys were concerned about as conservatives out there.
Absolutely. And I was very excited to be the tip of the spear on that and to do my part. Obviously, Berenice Parker came after me. She didn't like me standing up for the real women and children of our city. But that's what it took, was real men to stand up and be able to protect. Let me be crystal clear. What's happening right now is that the truth is advancing on the LGBTQ deception that was over our city here in Houston, all across Texas, and all across America, and all across the globe. There's no such thing as a trans anything. There's no transgenders. There's only 2. There's no trans woman. There's only a woman. Only a man can get a woman pregnant, and only a woman can get pregnant. So all this confusion is all come about because of the Democrats writing these crazy laws and these policies. And now it's all being exposed. And Yahuwah, which is the Hebrew name for God, he hates pride. And it says right there in Proverbs 11:2 that when pride comes, then comes disgrace. And so this is why this community is saying, oh, this isn't making us look good. Because the bottom line is this: there's only 2 genders. What is right, and what is wrong is wrong. And these people are evil.
Exactly, David Bowman.
They're wicked, they're perverse, and this is what you get. You don't get anything good from it. So the Democrats agree with this.
I gotta agree with him on that too, and I'm gonna stop it.
I'm literally,
Because my man Jap, shout out to Jap, man. Jap said this too, man. He always says this, and I'm in full agreement with Jap on this. Nothing good comes from the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda. Nothing positive comes from y'all's agenda. Nothing. Everywhere y'all go, people are fighting and rioting and being violent, imposing themselves upon people, making people conform to what they want to have going on. You know, forcing people to accept their lifestyle. Ain't nothing fair, right, or exact about the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda, which is why y'all being used in the way that y'all are being used. And the sad part about it, because most of y'all done went to college where y'all been indoctrinated. Y'all supposed to be smart and intelligent, and y'all to act exact opposite because y'all don't even realize y'all being used. Y'all don't even realize y'all being used. And when they get done using y'all up for whatever sick, twisted transgender, which is really the transhumanist agenda, once they get rid of y'all, or should I say, once they get done with what they're using y'all for, they're going to get rid of y'all like they do everybody else. Same go for y'all, black women. Right? So don't think that this is a show bashing y'all who identify with the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda. Oh, no. Don't think that y'all ever that special. Y'all ain't. I don't recognize no LGBT. I don't recognize any of these niche little small victimhood groups. I don't recognize any of y'all. None of y'all's rights trump nobody else's. I don't give a damn if you LGBTQ. Your rights ain't no more important or less important than mine. You know? Y'all don't get no special treatment. Hell wrong with y'all. Exactly, Inspector Gadget. This is why I say we got to stand 10 toes down, y'all. We got to support each other. We got to stand as unity and solidarity because they're coming for our children, especially with this stuff. They don't want us to be reproducing. And what better way to get people to reproduce is to trick them into not doing it. Trick them into thinking that they can identify as the opposite gender and opposite sex, as if that's possible to do. All right, trick them into not reproducing themselves so we can better have control over them. Goofies, and y'all just going right along with it. Everybody just modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. Everybody just want to be just sexually free. You just want to be able to wake up and say, "Oh, I'm a girl. Oh, I'm a boy. Or I'm a both. Or I'm this and I'm that. I'm a goat. I'm an animal today." What's wrong with y'all, man? What's wrong with y'all, man? Y'all think real ones like myself who can see through this stuff, y'all think we're going to be silent and not say nothing? Think we ain't going to do nothing? Exactly. Now think about when I tell y'all about that movie Equilibrium, and they call people sex offenders. Think about in 1984 when they call people thought criminals. Huh? You could be considered a thought criminal if you don't believe or accept the societally accepted belief that a male can be a woman, a female, and a female can be a male. If you don't accept that a transgender woman or a man who thinks he's a woman is an actual woman, then you are a thought criminal. Do you understand where I'm going with that? Now connect and tie that to HR 1955 on both sides. See, the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda, y'all don't even realize how y'all could be deemed a terrorist organization by the very legislation I spoke on at the beginning of the show, HR 1955. Because according to the definition of what violent radicalization is, y'all are guilty of that. According to the definition of ideologically based violence, y'all are a terrorist group. And that's why I named tonight's show that. Are y'all a terrorist group? Well, by the very definition of what ideologically based violence is and what homegrown terrorism is by HR 1955, yes, the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda could be considered to be a terrorist organization. Homegrown terrorists. Yes, they very much could be. The reason why it's not now because y'all being used to get certain agendas across. But as soon as they get their agendas across by using y'all silly, dumb, goofy asses, you can best believe they're going to start coming at y'all with HR 1955 protocols. Because it's y'all wilding out. Y'all going in the stores, wilding out on little young, scary white boys because they calling you sir and you look like a whole man with a 5 o'clock shadow at GameStop. Y'all wilding out in public because people are misgendering y'all. That's violent radicalization, man. Y'all are provoking people who identify as LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda members Y'all are provoking them to commit acts of violence when people misgender them. That is spreading ideologically based violence. That is violently radicalizing people. That would make you a homegrown terrorist. Stupid. You feel me, Inspector Gadget, man? Hey, man, listen here, man. I'm trans financial. How about that? I feel like I'm a $1 billion. I feel like I'm a $1 billion guy, man. I feel like I need to have $1 billion in my bank account right now. See how crazy that sounds? See how stupid that sounds? See how dumb that sounds, right? Oh, I got a better one, right? I feel like I'm a World War II amputee veteran. And I feel like I had my arm shot off by enemy gunfire over there in Normandy, right? I want to identify as that, so I want to chop my left arm off. Huh? Ooh, I got even a better one for y'all. I go down to the police station and I go in there and tell the police, I'm Jesus Christ. I go to the BMV and I tell them I want to change my name to Jesus Christ because I feel like I'm the son of God. Don't that sound crazy? And that's how you LGBTQ LMNOP people sound to me. That's exactly how y'all sound to me. When y'all are wanting us to accept the fact that you are somehow not what you are. If you're a male, that means you have a penis and testicles. If you're a female, you have ovaries and a vagina. You are female. There's nothing you can do to ever be a male. I don't care how many hormones you take. I don't care if you lop them off. I don't care if you sew it up and sew it on. Huh? I don't care if you cut it off, cut them off, and split them open or whatever you do. You're still a male. Flat out. You ain't going to convince me of anything different. And I absolutely refuse to go along with this bull crap. Right? Now let's finish listening to this, man.
Really was in agreement about the fact that nobody with a penis should be in a woman's prison.
Nobody with a penis. Listen, the only guys, the only people, the only men, the only males that should be in a female's prison is the staff. That's it. Not none of the inmates. You hear me? They're going to start 5150 and they're going to start sectioning us, man.
But to turn around and to say that I don't exist,
you do not. You're a man.
Existing this
You
way
are
for
a
38
man.
years.
1 second, Tex.
You're a man.
I'm not a man, not in the eyes of anyone.
Tex, 1 second. You can only hear one at a time. Hold on, Tex. Go ahead, Jamie.
If you find a part of me that's a man, you know what you can do with it. That's what I have to say about that.
And look how rude look how rude and disrespectful these transgender these guys who think they're female. Look how rude they are, how disrespectful they are. Just talking crazy.
Left that was ever. I wasn't born a man, I was born an infant, and I grew into a girl who grew.
See, look at y'all's lies. This is what I'm saying. You sound stupid. No, if you were born with a penis and testicles, you are a male. If you were born with vagina and ovaries, that makes you a female. Flat out. It's like there ain't even no way around. It's not even up for debate. What's wrong with y'all?
Into a woman, and whether you like that or not, that's just the fact of the matter.
You've been deceived, and that's the fact of the matter. You are a man. And so this is the craziness that I'm talking about. We let these people out of the closet and everything's getting crazy. What we all need to do is we need to return everybody back to their closets, lock the door, and throw away the key. What do you think
like
of that?
this dude.
Could you be more prejudiced?
It has nothing to do with being prejudiced. It's called seeing what is right, what is good, and evil is evil. You live a very evil, wicked, and perverse life.
And that's how we straight up got to put it to y'all too, though, man. Listen, All my people who identify with this LGBTQ, because you know, y'all, I get a lot of crap for this. You know, I know a lot of people in my city. I don't know if y'all know, but Columbus, Ohio, or the state of Ohio is one of the is a very conservative state, but it's a lot of fun boy and fun girl activity that goes on in this state, namely Columbus, Cleveland, and Cincinnati. Right? Huh? Let me tell you, I know a lot of these people. A lot of y'all are being presided over by demons. A lot of y'all have epigenetically passed down human childhood trauma that you have not addressed, which are demons. You have generational demons attached to your bloodline that your parents don't even know about, or if they do know about, they just ain't telling you about them. Understand that if you are a girl and you think you're a boy, or you are sexually attracted to other women, you have demons presiding over you. Homosexual spirit is a demon. If you are a male and you identify as a female, if you're a male and you're sexually attracted to other males, that would mean that you are being presided over by demons. The homosexual spirit is a demon. Flat out, we ain't going to sugarcoat it over here. We're going to say what it is over here at A-Real Talk. I don't give a damn who don't like it. I don't care who doesn't believe it. It don't matter if you do or if you don't. The facts are, homosexuality is a demonic spirit. So y'all take that up with God. Don't take it up with me. You hear me? How about that? And I got the testicular fortitude to say what has to be said. Shout out to the homie Larry Gators, man. Let's go.
Style, and the evidence is before all the viewers. All the viewers are looking at you right now. Tens of millions of people are looking at you, and they're saying that dude is a man. They're not saying that you're a girl.
Flat out.
I hate to, bust your bubble, but that's reality. Live in the real world. Live in the real world.
I'm a comedian. I'm not evil. I'm a comedian. I'm not evil. First of all, okay, I'm not coming on here and calling you names and telling you what you are or not. That's on you to define yourself with. But you are not going to sit here and tell me
1 second, Tex.
what I am.
1 second, Tex. Give her a chance to
You're
respond.
not going to sit here and tell me what I am or am not. I know who and what I am,
No,
and
you
you
don't.
do not define me, sir. Nor does your God or anyone else.
See what he just said? Look at the look how the demon spirit of homosexuality is consuming y'all. Oh, we're gonna talk heavy tonight, man, before we get up out of here. Y'all have allowed the demon spirit of homosexuality to consume y'all. It has invaded, assimilated, and uploaded a lot of y'all into the hive mind collective of Lucifer, Satan, the devil. There's nothing natural about being a homosexual, a lesbian, a transgender, gay. There's nothing natural about that. You weren't designed to be a homosexual, a lesbian. You're not designed to be LGBTQ, LMNOP, barbecue comedian. You're not designed for that. Yeah, you already know, Uncle Diggity, man. Flat out. Nah, that's the thing, Inspector Gadget. There are tons of people who identify as LGBTQ, and they're not with any of this stuff going on. They're not a part. That's why I say it's the difference between the actual LGBTQ, LMNOP, barbecue committee agenda and the actual LGBTQ community. There's two completely different things. Those who identify and are actually LGBTQ people, they're not advocating for this stuff. They're not okay with little young boys being invited to tranny parties. They're not okay with men dressing up in dresses, going to read kids stories in school, elementary school children. They're not okay with women being in male sports or males being in women's sport. They're not okay with any of that stuff. They're not okay with any of this shit. They want to be left alone like they always been. They stick to themselves. They don't feel the need for the whole world to know that they're gay or trans or whatever the situation may be. Most guys who are really, really consumed with the spirit of homosexuality, transgenderism, which is a demon, most of them, they don't even like, oh my God, man. This is, like I said, it's a slippery slope, man. It's a slippery slope, y'all. But I don't care how any of y'all feel, whether you're a part of the committee or the agenda, whether you're part of the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda, or whether you're just an actual member of the actual LGBTQ community, both of y'all are being presided over by demons. So it really don't matter. One's not justified just because they're not advocating for all of this stuff, right? Just because they don't want the children to be involved. But y'all still being presided over by these demons, so it really don't matter. I mean, it's really irrelevant for real. Right? And they don't. And they don't. Like I said, there's a lot of people who identify with being a part of the LGBTQ community, which are not with any of these policies, any of these laws or legislation being passed. They're not cool with kids being having, or people, these people having access to children and children's spaces. They're not advocating for men who think they're women to have access to female spaces and vice versa. They're totally against all of that stuff. Do y'all's research. We're being tricked. We're being bamboozled. We're being manipulated. We're being fooled. We're being ganked, gaffled into thinking and accepting this stuff as being acceptable when it absolutely is not. Nothing good comes from the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda. Nothing good comes from it. Wherever they go, it's rioting, it's fighting, it's disparage. It's separation, it's division, it's fighting, violence. They don't really advocate for fairness and equality. They only advocate for the fairness and equality of them. And they impose themselves on anybody who doesn't agree with their weird, sick, twisted, demonic, freaky, nasty ideology. And I don't give a damn how any of y'all feel. Even if I've been knowing you since childhood. Even if I've been knowing you since childhood, which I know a lot of y'all, and I know some of y'all be watching. I don't give a damn about any of that, right? What you're doing is wrong, flat out. Yes, I'm judging, and I'm judging with righteousness here because our kids be watching this stuff. We got little boys growing up thinking it's okay to be a female, and we got females growing up thinking it's okay to live their life as if they're a man, and they can't, or should I say they should not. It's not in their best interest, and actually, no, you cannot because you're not a man. And then y'all really confusing everybody because y'all so-called butches, y'all so-called studs is out here letting dudes skeet up and y'all and get y'all pregnant. So what's really going on? It's demonic. Like I said, it's demonic. And a lot of y'all who identify with the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda be misusing the Most High, my God's name, all in wrong and in vain. I hear a lot of y'all on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. I see a lot of y'all that identify with being LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda. I see a lot of y'all saying stuff like God ain't got nothing to do with y'all. The Most High has absolutely nothing to do with y'all. He shuns y'all. That's why nothing goes good in your life. And anything that goes good in your life is blessings coming from your father, Lucifer, Satan, the devil. How about that? You hear me? I ain't playing no games with y'all in 2023. We're going to say what it is. When this is how the Most High God that some of y'all so-called LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda people say is that y'all pray to and say give thanks to. This is how he feels about y'all. Right? Shout out to Sinful to P. Right? Rest in the ancestors, Sinful to P. Sinful to P said this. This is how the Most High feels about y'all. You know when you go to White Castle after a night of hella shots, smoking and drinking, You understand what I'm saying? You know how when you go to White Castle and you get a White Castle meal, huh? And you smash it because it'd be so good. White Castle slap, especially when you're drunk. You go get that 10 case. You go get that sack of 10 cheese with onions and pickles and everything on them with some of them crinkle fries, and you get you a pink lemonade or a high C orange or something like that. You hear me? You know that smell when you boo-boo that stuff out the next morning. You know that smell that you smell, and you be like, ugh. That's the way that the Most High feels about the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda. Y'all see what he did to Sodom and Gomorrah? That's how the Most High feels about the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda. He hates it. He hates all sin, but he especially hates that because it goes against his natural design in such a specific, disrespectful way. Right? So when I be hearing y'all talk about some God know my heart and God this and thank God and God for this, God ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in y'all's life. I'm telling you flat out, God ain't got nothing. If you was a part of the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda and good things are going on in your life, it ain't got nothing to do with God. God's not blessing that. God's not giving, he's not letting that happen. He's not allowing that to happen. So who is? Who's blessing you? Yeah, man, Inspector Gadget, I'm from Columbus, Ohio, man. Huh? I'm listen, Inspector Gadget, I'm from Columbus, Ohio. You hear me? What you think? Huh? What you think? What you think? Do you think what you? Let me ask you. I'm gonna answer. You answer your own question. What you think? Do you think I've heard of it? I'm from Columbus, Ohio, man, and I talk about the stuff I talk about. You think I don't know who Leslie Wexner is? Come on now, y'all. Tighten up, man. Use your thinker, man. Huh? They're using y'all. Y'all don't even realize it. Right? They're using y'all. Now, before we get up out of here, what y'all know about this person right here? See, this is how we know this is starting to get very prominent because they're allowing these people to have very powerful positions in government, right? Even not only allowing them to run for powerful positions in government, but allowing them to actually hold powerful positions in government. Case in point, right? Case in point, Leland Levine. Leland Levine is the current health secretary, right, of the United States government. Right? We got what's wrong with y'all, man? What's wrong with y'all, man? Look at this dude. This is the hold on, let me get to it real quick. Right? President-elect Joe Biden has tapped Dr. Rachel Levine to serve as the Assistant Secretary of the Health at the United States Department of Health and Human Services. This guy's name is Leland Levine, right? Oh, man, it's a lie from the pit of hell, man. You hear me? It's a lie from the pit of hell, man. This person is now the current, let me read it. Leland Levine is an American pediatrician who has served as United States Assistant Secretary of Health since March 26, 2021. He is also a 4-star admiral in the United States Public Health Service Commission Corps. Right? This person has a very high position in government. So make no mistake about it, y'all. They are allowing these people to infiltrate into different areas of government, society, and everything in order to implement UN Agenda 2030 protocols under the guise of so-called LGBTQ LMNOP Barbecue Committee Agenda protocols. Do y'all understand the game that's being played here? Y'all understand the game that's being ran on us, right? Tap in and walk with us, man, right? And we're about to get up out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page, smash that like button, and share on your social engineering, man. Look, I want y'all to be put up on game, man. This is the reason why I do what I do, and I say the stuff I say, and I break it down to y'all in the way that I do, because I want y'all to be put up on game about what's going on. Y'all see what's going on? Y'all see what they doing? And females, women, they are coming for y'all spot. They're coming for it. You already know, David Bowman, man, I'm about to get up out of here. Look, they coming for y'all spot. Are y'all going to allow them to get it? Are y'all going to allow them to infiltrate? And y'all advocate for this stuff, too. That's the sad part about it. Y'all team Fun Boy all day. Y'all go to the mall with them. Y'all get y'all hair done, buy them with them and all that stuff. And they coming for y'all spot. They coming to get the same black man you say ain't protecting you. Or should I say black males? Because if you are a male and you're sexually attracted to another male, you are not a man. Flat out. And us real ones, we will never, ever accept this. We don't accept it. We don't accept the LGBTQ LMNOP Barbecue Committee agenda. We do not accept it. Matter of fact, we reject it. We don't even reject it. We non-acquiesce and non-comply with it. I don't recognize y'all. If I see you out and about and you look like a dude, I'm calling you him, his, sir. And vice versa. If you look like a woman, I'm going to call you him. Or should I say I'm going to call you her or she. Ma'am. Yes. I don't do mental gymnastics. I'm not walking through mental eggshells before I address you or none of that, man. It is what it is. No. We do not accept it. We will not accept it. We won't ever accept it. Society won't ever accept it. As much as y'all try to impose this on us, y'all see the pushback that y'all getting. So the very fact that y'all are getting backed by the governments around the world, the very same governments who are all members of the United Nations Agenda 2030, UN Agenda 2030. What better way to cull the population than to trick them into thinking that men can be women and women can be men, and then no children are being born. But then we have the hatcheries, we have the fertility facilities, we have the artificial womb facilities. See, they don't need humans to procreate anymore. They can just grow kids now. They can grow humans now. And they can specifically design them to do what they want to do, much like they do these robots. Exactly. And on another level, the reason why they want to comfort the kids, because they want to sync and link the kids electronically, energetically, electronically, holographically, digitally to the metaverse, which is the mind of Lucifer, Satan, the devil. So we about to get up out of here, y'all, man. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate y'all coming out tonight, man. You did. I'm about to see if the Dat Piff is working tonight. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me get this little demo right here together real quick. You feel me? You feels me? Let me go ahead and get this all together right now, because y'all know this is going to Patreon. Just in case they erase it, I'm putting it on Patreon. You did. Because, you know, they like to erase some things, man. You hear me? They like to erase some of this stuff, man. You know what I'm talking about? Thank everybody for coming out tonight, man. We appreciate it. Make sure y'all tap in tomorrow night. Me and King Els is definitely going in. You hear me? We're going in tomorrow night, me and my brother King Els. You did. We're going to be talking about the situation between Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, because this sets the precedence for a lot of things, too. Yeah, like them lady boys in Thailand, Brazil, and that's where, yeah. They really look like chicks until you get them to that room and they pull out that goddamn who's gonna pull out that motherfucking Swanson on your ass. Lady boy. Yeah, man, y'all being tricked into this stuff, man. I ain't going, man. Yeah, this is the new time right here, Uncle Diggity, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that'll be what? 4 o'clock y'all's time on the West Coast, 6 o'clock y'all's time in the Midwestern regions of Chicago and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? At 7 p.m. anywhere else, man. Central Standard Time. We're going in, man. I got to be at work at 10 o'clock tonight, man. You feel me? Start my new third shift, man. More money, more hours, less work. You feel me? And y'all can trust and believe it's the reason behind everything I do. So, you know, this serves a purpose. You did. Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all coming out, tapping in with me. Let me see what this Dat Piff hitting for. If it's still acting all aggy and stuff, I'm going to have to play something for y'all off of my phone. You hear me? Sometimes this Dat Piff app, it just be acting aggy. Y'all think it's still acting aggy, y'all. No, it ain't. Yeah. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. Make sure y'all tap in with me and my brother King Els tomorrow. We're going in E&E Tuesdays. We're going to be discussing Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp fiasco. We're going to be getting straight to it, man. Make sure y'all tap in, walk with me. Hit that like button, man. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Go ahead and subscribe to that Patreon, man. Niggas be surrounding me daily, so I dance around them like my name was Alvin. Fake road niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, wake 'em up, time to wake 'em up. Fake road niggas be surrounding me daily, so I dance around them like my name was Alvin. Fake road niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, wake 'em up, time to wake 'em up. I gotta set the alarm, wake you up from your slump. With an hairy fake woke niggas, y'all dumping dumbass. I drop dudes, but people don't pay any attention. Unless he immediately, we the wake 'em up henchman.
A lot of times these woke niggas be really sleek. Shit, the price on a nigga's life is extra real cheap. Only the real from my niggas, we all elite. We made a living eating these rappers, nigga. Bon appetit. Yeah.
Pause. Me and my brethren be down for the cause. We gotta come together and tear down all these walls and illusory fault lines like racism and bring light to the woke, just like a Baptist.
The congregation spoke. These niggas ain't who they claim to be. A bunch of Peter pop off niggas really be lames to me. Anytime you at war, it's gonna be casualties. The more we come together, it's easy to beat the enemies.
Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily, so I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily.
Alarm clock, wake them up. Time to wake them up.
Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily, so I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily.
Alarm clock, wake them up. Time to wake them up. Alarm clock to the woke. Time to wake them up. The main initiative should be to get your cake up. You wave ride niggas need life jackets to stay afloat. Meanwhile, I'm blowing on gas straight from the Ivory Coast.
And every post I be hitting y'all with them straight facts. The smart grid is now here. We got a face down while they coming with microchips and vaccinations. Fake woke niggas perpetuating indoctrination.
Fuck this pandemic scam. This was a damn gimmick. Niggas will believe that they mom died if she still living. Open your eyes, nigga. You can see the lies, nigga. See, we gotta stop letting the blind lead the blind, nigga.
And that's the biggest fact, bitch. You better tell these niggas this Agenda 2030. It's gonna be hell, niggas. Fuck AOC and her new green deal. I'm Neo in this bitch. Who want they red pill?